What is the meaning of drop down boxes? We have an arrow inside the box, right? It will look like in this format. So we'll be having a text box format and we'll be having an arrow. So here we'll be having an arrow like this. When we click on this arrow, the items will list out. Okay, so that is the format. So what is the thing here is we have only a single name for this whole box. For this box, we have a single name. We don't have a specific ID or name for all the elements inside this box. Do you understand? So the box itself contains a name or ID, but for the elements inside the drop down box, we will not be having specific IDs or name. For each and every element, if I want to identify that element, it is not possible for me to identify the element inside the drop down box alone. Okay. So for that reason, we are going to use a separate method. For that reason only, we are going to go for separate method. So it's not there. Okay.
In this case, you mean to say even the XPath will be the same for the elements?
Yes, XPath will be, there will be only one. We will not be able to identify even the elements also. We can't go for each and every element. We can't find any code for that element. No XPath,
Okay.
nothing. No code will be available. Just the options will be displayed. XPath also, it
Okay.
will not be available. Okay.
Okay, it might be in the coding, they will be giving in a single line, right? All the values.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is not available. So let's go for the same website. So only testing blogspot. Okay. For example, this one. This is called the drop down box. If I click on this, it will list out all the elements. If I want to find the element, I am going to click on F12, and if I go navigate to this box, see, it will show only the ID, which is the ID of the whole box. Okay, you identify this. If I want to select the particular, if I want to get a particular element, is it not possible for me to go for each and every element? See, the code will not be displayed here. And as well as you can go for like this, but for this website, they have a specific ID. But none of the website will have the ID for the options. This is a sample website and they want to make it easier. That's why they are having the ID also for the options. But most of the website, they will not have the ID and all for this options. They will be only having the option tag and the value. Even though if you try to select this element, see like this, sometimes it will not access the element. You will not be able to select the element using the method which we are following. You understood what I'm trying to say? Why? Because this is the main part. This is a main box. Inside this main box only we are having all these elements. So this is the outer cover and these are the inner elements. Inside the box we are having the options. So if I try to get the XPath of this particular option directly, means it will not recognize the element. Okay, you understood?
Okay.
Okay, so for that what we are going to do is we are going to use a separate class name called select. So select is your class name. So other than that, everything is same. You're going to open the URL, everything is same. And the main thing is we are going to use the select method. So select drop down. We are going to give the object name new select of, like how we create our arrays. we will be giving some array name, right? Like that, we are going to create the class name. So class select your object name is equal to new select of which I'm going to select. I'm going to select the outer box. Outer box is nothing but the this one. This is the outer box. So what is the value ID of that outer box is car list is my outer box. Okay. So first I'm going to identify this using the class name called select. But here what is the problem is we can't use click method. We are going to use the select method. So for that reason we don't have a method called select. So we are using the class library class called select. Okay, so select class consists of all the drop down elements. We are going to choose the elements from the list.
This
So
is
this is,
selected
yeah,
predefined class, right?
yes, predefined class, and this is your user defined object name. You can mention any object name here. Drop down is your object name. Okay, so this is your outer, that is the drop down name, the name of the drop down box. Either it could be an ID or name or XPath, whatever it is, you're going to locate the whole drop down box and you're going to give that part alone, only the locator part alone. After that, based on the object, we are going to fetch the elements inside the drop down box. So we have three methods for this. Okay, so here I have mentioned only two methods, but actually we have three methods to get the elements from the drop down list. So one is select by index. So what is meant by index? Index is the position of the element. So if I say select by index of 6 means what will happen? I will go to
Fifth one
this.
will come.
Yeah, fifth one will be selected. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Multi-car will be selected as of now. Index position of 6 is nothing but seventh position. It starts from 0, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it starts from 0. You can count it and that item will be displayed. If you want to display Martika, you need to say that select by index of 6. But is it possible for you to count the number of items if you have more than 100 elements? It is
No,
not
no.
possible, right? We don't know the index number by default. So every time we need to first know the number, index first. For that, before and all, what they did is they will ask the developer. The developer will be giving you the index number of all the elements. They'll be giving you, but that is not possible. Every time we can't go to the developer and ask them all the details. For that, there is an alternative method called select by visible text. Okay, so what is meant by select by visible text is the text which is visible for our eye. Whatever here displayed here, Opal is the visible text, Audi is the visible text, and Toyota is the visible text. Okay, so if I want to select Toyota, I need to say that select by visible text of Toyota. Okay, it will automatically open the drop down box and it will select the option from the drop down list. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. So third method is select by value. So select by value. So what is this is for this? We are going to go to this code. Here, can you see the value here? So if I want to select BMW, I need to say select by value of BMW space car. I need to mention this value. Okay, so this is called select by visible text and this is called select by value. So we have totally three methods. Whichever is comfortable for you, you can use it.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the three methods which are useful, which are the only methods we need to use for selecting the elements inside the drop down list. Okay, let's create a program here. So it is new class name drop down. and we will just put a tick mark next to drop down box. So all the other things I will copy from here, and I'm going to go to this place. Okay. So now driver dot get off. I'm going to use the URL from here. Driver dot get off. From this URL, it is going to open this URL, and inside this I'm going to first select this box. So first thing is I'm going to select this element. So my ID of this element is car list. So here I'm going to write the coding select Dropbox name is equal to new select of driver dot find element by dot id, and it is the car. Just check whether the name is correct, so whether it is in uppercase or lowercase. So car list. Okay, so car list. So just close this, and when you give, it asks you to import the package, so just select import. So it automatically, for select also we have a library files which needs to be imported. So it automatically imports the library. Now everything is inside this drop down box. So now we are going to use the method. So Dropbox dot, see we have all the methods. Select by index, select by value, select by visible text. We have three methods available for selecting the items. First thing is I'm going to use select by index. Okay, so select by index of what is the position of the value you want to select. So for example, in this I want to select RD. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I want to select RD, my index number is 3. Okay, you understood this?
Yes.
Okay, so it should open the URL. If everything is correct, it should open the URL and it should select the item from the drop down box, and it should display the value as RD. So we haven't print out the elements, just it is going to do the action only inside the website. Okay, it's selected, right? RD is now selected. Now I will comment this method and I will go for the next method. So select by value or select by visible text. So what is mean by select by visible text? The text which is available inside this box. So if I, for example, Toyota is my text, I want to select. So you are going to just say Toyota, and I'm going to comment this. Okay, so now just run it again. Okay, it selected Toyota. Okay, so this is second method, select by visible text. So what is the third method? Select by value. So Dropbox dot select by value. So select by value is nothing but the item which is displayed inside this. So I am just going to say Opel space car. So just give O caps space C caps. So now it should select the value which is based on the code. It should select open. it selects the opal. Okay. So even though we give the value from the code, it automatically selects the item from the opal.